Welcome to another installment of this series of videos simply entitled Get More Out of Your PC. We're working with spreadsheets, Excel. It doesn't matter what version of Excel you're working with, they're all very much the same in terms of what they do. The buttons might look different, but they're all more or less in the same place. Just so happens we're working here with 2007, I think this is. It's of no importance. Okay, the table that I've laid out, what we're going to do on this video, it's a combination of things that we've covered in the previous two opening videos in this series. I've laid out a table here, and we're going to be using addition and multiplication in this tutorial. So let's go through this. Now this can be used for all sorts of different things. I'm going to pick some kind of random, completely random subject. We'll use umbrellas. So umbrella pink into the description here. We're going to have the prices in this section. We're going to have the postage costs in this section, and then the total. It's going to add up the total along the end here. And of course we've got quantity, which will introduce us here to multiplication. So let's go through this. I've already formatted, I think I have, let's say 4455, yeah. These have already been formatted as currency, so you just select them all, click format cells, and tell it to use currency for that particular section. That's already been done. Postage, let's put something random in here, £3.50. And the total is going to appear once we've put the formula in. The total will appear here, but of course we've got quantity as well. We're going to put 2 in there. Okay, so what we're going to do, simple. We're going to take this, we need to double, we need to multiply that by 2, then we need to take that and add the carriage onto that, and then have our total at the end here. So we've already covered addition using the auto sum in a previous video. But in this we're actually going to introduce you to the formula for specific cells. So I'm going to highlight the cell that I want the total to appear in. We've got here the formula bar up here. I'm going to click in here and I'm going to use equals. So first things first, I've hit equals in there, and then I'm going to select that cell there, which is the actual price. And what I want to do is multiply that by that, I'm pointing at the screen, by the next thing. So it might be 1, it might be 2, it might be 3. The multiply formula, so we're in this formula bar up here. Multiply is the asterisk, one of these wee things. So I've told it to multiply, then I'm going to click the number that I want it to multiply by. Done. Then I want to add the postage at the end here, so carrying on my formula here, I'm going to go for plus, then click into postage. Boom. Happy with that. So it's going to be this section here is going to be adding up C2, as we can see. Then it's going to multiply that by D2. Then it's going to add on the carriage here, the postage, being this sum here. Happy with that. On the keyboard I'm going to hit enter on the keyboard, or return, and there is my totals. So what I'm going to do here, because we're going to be laying this spreadsheet out, again we covered this in previous video, we covered the auto populate. We're going to be using the same function here. What I'm going to do is grab the little handle, which is a little black, I've got this thing highlighted here. I want this formula to apply to all of the below cells. So we're going to hover the mouse over and it becomes a little black cross. I'm going to click it and drag it down like so. And that's me, happy with that. So let's put in some other kind of umbrella. It's trying to autofill it for me. So the umbrella blue, and these are a bit cheaper. These are £21.30. And we only want one of those, and they're even cheaper to ship, so they're £2.20 to ship. and as we click away from that, we've got the spreadsheet doing the work for us. It's multiplied that by 1. It's added on the additional postage thing here, and it's given us the correct total. Let's say a green umbrella. Let's make those quite expensive. Let's make those £79.30, and we want 5 of those. And then we click into the next cell, and we're going to charge £5.60 for postage. Boom. And there we go. So it's multiplied this figure by 5. It's taken that sum, then it's added it. So the formula we used moments ago, we used the drag populate thing. But of course, if we click in each one of these cells, in the top one here, we'll see that it's taking C2 multiplied by D2, adding on E2. And if we click in the one below that, it's doing the same sum, but C3, D3, E3. So if we click down, it's actually because we use the auto populate. Hopefully this is making sense. As I mentioned before, just play around with these if you're starting off with spreadsheets, but that's a very quick introduction to not more advanced, but slightly more advanced than the previous video, certainly, what we covered. Now, just before we sign off here, I'm just going to let you know what the various things are. When working with formulas, addition, well, we go for equals first of all. Addition is plus, as you might imagine. Subtraction is minus. Multiply is the asterisk, or is it asterisk? Asterisk. That's your multiply if you're using it within formulas. And if you want to divide something, then within a formula it's / for divide. So that's plus, minus, asterisk, and / to divide. So that's all for now. We'll be back with more on this series of videos simply entitled Get More Out of Your PC. Thanks for watching.